Well, it finally happened. I kicked my good-for-nothing worthless-ass son out of my house, and I now have no contact with my immediate family. Thank fucking God. Finally some peace. 2 years ago, my wife left me for her boss. Now it's just me, good old Big Dick Jerry by his lonesome. So all the bullshit started when I let my deadbeat son move in with me after he hurt his back and was on disability from his job as a plumber. My sack of shit son was bedridden for about 2 months. About a week after he moved in, I was going to clean out the garage. When I moved his plumbing van to get into the garage, it hit me. I just hit the fucking jackpot. This van was going to be my ticket to get rich and finally getting myself some more sweet-ass pussy. Instead of cleaning out my garage, I ended up gutting his company van. I then went to Walmart, bought a small generator and 6 countertop pizza cookers. After a little bit of modifications, I had a makeshift portable pizza kitchen. And I bought a shit ton of frozen pizzas, and then I would cook them in the van, passing them off as my own, and selling them by the fucking slice. Pretty fucking genius, right? I called it Jerry's Juicy Pies. The slogan was, a feast for not just your mouth, but also your eyes. So, I started parking outside of bars late at night. Honestly, I was making a fucking killing off these drunk assholes. I mean, I didn't have a permit, and these drunks never asked, so I thought, fuck them. I was pulling in around 150 to 250 bucks a night for about 2 hours worth of work. It was all going great until, well, my bastard of a son's company came looking for their van. I first tried telling them that my son was in a coma, and I didn't know where the keys were. At first, the guy seemed a little confused and told me that he'd just talked to my son on the phone. I told him to quit lying and get off my property. Then I told my son not to answer their calls anymore. I almost took away his cell phone. It's not like his crippled ass could have taken it back. Long story short, they ended up having the van towed one afternoon when I was at Walmart getting more pizzas. After I lost the van, I told my idiot son to call them and tell them he'd be back to work soon and needed the van back. They told him that they had terminated his employment and even accused him of faking his disability and using the van to sell food. My son was confused because honestly, he didn't know about my little pizza empire. His dumbass had been in a bed for almost 2 months. Long story short, he ended up clearing things up with the company and they told me they would not press charges on me for what I did to their van if I returned all the tools. Joke was on them though. I had already sold the tools to a pawn shop to pay for my pizza business. I ended up getting arrested for theft and spent a few days in county. They ended up dropping the charges against me because I told them my son said I could use the van and was acting on behalf of the company. They ultimately fired my moron of a son, and I had no choice but to cut ties with that little fuck wannabe narc. If you're going to try to rat on your own flesh and blood, make sure you have the upper hand. So yeah, I kicked my son out of the house. I don't claim him anymore. He may be handicapped, but little bastard ain't one of Jerry's kids anymore.